Hello everyone, Devil Jinx here, and I was going to introduce a little cat that I've got, but she's apparently busy. Oh, you want to come say hi? Do you want to come say hi? No, you're content with your bed? So there's this little kitten I got at a place I work at. They found her in one of the truck beds, and they were just like, well, what do we do with her? And I was like, I'll take her. I'm probably going to have to give her to my sister, though, because I can't afford the vet bills at the moment, and she said she's willing to take care of it. We did talk about, like, she holds on to her for a little while until my bigger cat gets, or until she gets bigger. That way her and my other cat aren't, like, at odds with each other. I might just let her keep the cat entirely because I don't want to make it swap between homes. It's not really healthy for a cat, I don't think. At least I wouldn't think it is. But I'm going to hold on to her for a couple more days, see if I can maybe get a routine going because it's a progress in work, or it's a work in progress, excuse me, but she requires so much attention that it's like I can't do things because I can't stand to hear her cry. Not because it's like, oh, it infuriates me, but it's just like I can't, a little kitten. I'll introduce her. Give me 1 second before we get into this trailer. Put her on the table. I can hold her in my hand. Actually, I think she's gotten a little bit bigger. But yeah, say hello, Salem. Say hello, little Salem. And she's like, I have no idea what's going on. Okay, back to your little bed adventure. But yeah, I named her Salem. We'll see how things go. I just definitely don't want to give her to a shelter. I just don't trust them. Even if they're genuine and anything like that, I just don't trust them. What? Anyways, that aside, I did not watch the state of play, but I saw that like Maximilian Dude, Angry Joe, everybody and their mother was watching it. And I was like, I want to wait. I want to see what games are announced before I watch any of the trailers. I did tune in to the Street Fighter 6 reaction from Maximilian Dude. I kind of liked it as a kid back in the PS1 days, but I haven't really followed it since like Marvel versus not Marvel versus Capcom. What the fuck? Capcom versus King of Fighters or whatever. Like it's been a hot minute since I've been in anything with Street Fighter. I did see that Final Fantasy 16 was announced. I haven't really cared for Final Fantasy. The 7 remake I thought was really fucking good. I did do a stream of it. I'm probably gonna redo the Let's Play though. I might hold on to the footage that I've got, maybe, possibly, and then just attach the Let's Play footage towards the latter end, but that might be for a while, because I'm still doing Elden Ring. I'm still uploading Fallout 4, which the last time I recorded a video, that was 2016, so footage is a little dated. But, what? Okay. So, without further ado, I want to see this trailer for the Resident Evil 4. I'll play it in its entirety, and then I'll stop by. Okay, I'm just making sure she doesn't, like, fall off the bed. I mean, granted, she'll be fine if she does, but regardless. Anyways, off to adventure. 3/24. Oh, they got announced it already. Cool. Next year. Yeah, that's right around the corner. Shit. But yeah, I just saw a listing of all the games that have been announced. The only ones that piqued me were the Street Fighter, Final Fantasy, and this one. This one especially. So I love Resident Evil 4. R. Yar, matey. RN. Oh, Resident Evil 4. Actually, there's some other things I want to talk about. I've located Baby Eagle. I'm gonna go for a more serious tone. Is that Ada? No, that hair looked blonde. That's Ashley. Yeah, they're definitely going for like Resident Evil 8 type thing. Oh wait, no, maybe that is Ada. Oh, Leon. Ooh, this look good. Oh, this look real good. Ah, Luis Serra. My amigo. Hope they have him more in the game more. I thought he wasn't in the original enough. Oh, there's Ada. Oh, Vitores! Fuck yes!
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
Oh, Sadler! Fuck yes! Oh, the logo. Yeah, they're going for a serious tone. Oh, that's fucking lit, dude.
If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain.
The pain.
Even for a second.
Oh, wow. Actually looks really good.
This time, it can be different. It has to.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Resident Evil 8 is what they're modeling this after. Yep, March 24th, 2023. All right. Let's go, Capcom. PlayStation. Okay. So, oops. Let me pause. Let me go a little frame by frame. All right, we can get past the intro or the title screen. 4. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blind everybody. All right, there's Leon walking in. I'm assuming that's the president, a.k.a. Ashley's father. Oh, somebody pulled in the driveway. So that's when he's getting the mission to go rescue Ashley. Yeah, I'm thinking that's Ashley because it looks a little short. Well, I mean, Ada's not exactly super tall. What the fuck is going on outside? Jesus. Yeah, I want to say that. I want to say that is, in fact, Ashley. Yeah, okay, that's definitely Ashley. I'm glad she turned around, because I was going to be like, well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Dead deer. That's Leon walking through. So I wonder if you're going to have segments like how, I mean, you had it in Resident Evil 4 where you played as Ashley, but I wonder if it's going to be similar to how they did the Resident Evil 3 remake with Carlos and Jill, where they have their own specific sections. Like, I mean, Ashley had her own sections, but they were super short. And it was just to solve a puzzle to get Leon access to a new area. Whereas with Carlos, he kind of had his own story going on, if that makes sense. Let's see, a bunch of tools. So I'm assuming this is the house he first walks in on when the two police guys drive him to it, where he's, you know, like, they were kind of sort of making small talk, and he's like, man, what's this American doing here? I don't know. And, you know, obviously they die. So I'm also curious as to what new enemies we'll get. Now, yeah, you can kind of see it, or you can definitely see it for the most part. So this looks like the area where you have to do the standoff in the village. Like, this looks like the clock tower that you can climb up to get. I think there's like shotgun ammo in it. Yeah, the village looks run down, but it looks very similar to the original because, yeah, they got that pyre there, which is where they put one of the dead policemen. Which those guys have had a gruesome death. Well, the first one did for sure. The one that got burned alive, he did for sure. The other one, I think they just killed and then fed him to the big salamander. I'm trying to think. Did the original 2 remake cut any enemies out? Because they changed how the Ivies look. Lickers were in it. Zombies, of course. Dogs. I think crows were the only ones not in it. But nobody cared about the crows. They were more of a nuisance than an actual threat or enemy. No, I think Resident Evil 3 is the only one that had, no, 3 didn't cut content. No, that's right. 3 just had sectioned off. Like, hunters only appeared in the hospital. Or what are those fucking creepy ass spider looking things called? The ones that you fight when you're trying to restore power in the remake. They were called something, and I can't remember, but they only appear in that specific section. The Gamma hunters only appear in the sewer. Like, I didn't like that. I mean, at least it kept variety fresh. I'll give them that, but at the same time, I kind of wanted enemies to be more inclusive, or not inclusive, included. Inclusive, included, same thing. But, anyways.
Yes, you, me.
Skulls. Skulls for the skull throne. There's Luis Serra with his badass get-up and his trademark, what's that pistol called? I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, because I don't remember. Oh, a Ganado. Yeah, that's the first Ganado you run into. Okay, actually, I think it'd be better if I hit the space bar. Looks like we got some cult worshipping. Yeah, because you can see the Saddler logo there, or the Los Iluminados logo. Ah, the cultists! Those derpy fucks. That didn't look like anybody. It looked like maybe Leon. Or Ganados. Oh, Ada! Goddamn, Ada. Oh, I'm glad they took her out of that stupid dress. I mean, the dress was nice and all, but who the fuck wears a dress when you're on a spy mission? Yeah, they're definitely making this a more serious interpretation of the Resident Evil 4 game. Oh, you're gonna fight the salamander. I think it's what it's called, the big salamander thing. Oh fuck, Bitores, you monster. Oh, I wonder if they're gonna have like a Mr. X approach to him for like the village section of the game. That would be fucking awesome. Oh, I hope they do that because I mean the dude looks built like the Tyrant. I don't want him to do it like Nemesis in the Resident Evil 3 remake. I hated how I hated how it was more of a cinematography thing. Or rather, it was scripted, is what I meant to say, not cinematography. The scripted shit with Nemesis, I didn't like it. I mean, Nemesis looked cool and all, but the game was too short, and he just wasn't as scary as he was in the original. There's Ashley. Oh, beautiful eyes. So there's Ashley. So I guess, yeah, they're still going to have the Leon and Ashley are both infected storyline. That was a not a Los Illuminato, or a Ganado, chopping somebody. There's the church where I believe you first meet Ashley, or where they're like holding her and you got to get through a couple of cultists and shit. There's the crows.
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
All right, there's Sadler. His voice sounds a lot different. I'm assuming like they've recasted pretty much all the Resident Evil 4 characters, unless they've got the guy that voiced him or voiced Leon and Ada, or the people that voiced Leon and Ada in this one. Oh, I wonder if Wesker's gonna show up in this, because Wesker did play he was a background character for the most part, but Ada was doing his bidding. I wonder if we're gonna have Krauser, if we're gonna have I think his name is U3. That like the only boss that legit terrified the shit out of me. Who was another? There was another villain. There was Bitores, Sadler, Kraus, or not Kraus, Krauser. Oh, what's that fucking short dude's name? And he's like the most iconic villain of the whole damn game, and I don't remember his fucking name. Oh. What the fuck was his goddamn name? I don't want to look it up. You know who I'm talking about, though. He had the two bodyguards that were like the bug mutant things. Actually, fuck, I gotta look it up because I'm irritated as fuck that I don't remember his name. Hold on. Resident Evil 4 boss. Why is his name not showing up? Oh, Salazar. Is it Salazar? Ramon Salazar. Okay, yeah, that is him. All right. So, yeah, I wonder if he's going to show up or not. I could have just done a Google search and I realized it's... yeah, because I was thinking Sadler. I'm like, it's not Salazar, is it? But no, I wonder if Salazar will be in this. They're going to have to change the shit out of him because he was the most goofy villain of the entire game. I hope they don't give them like machine guns and electric batons and all that crap because I didn't particularly care for that part of the game. The village was great, the castle was good, the desert area was fine, or not the desert area, but the more arid area where you have to go through like the mine and deal and get the assistance from the helicopter, and also where you fight Krauser. Actually, they don't need to include Krauser. I actually hope they don't because he wasn't really that important to the story. In fact, he kind of felt like an additional content kind of thing. But, I mean, him and Ada work for Wesker, so I guess they have to include him. They could just... as long as they don't go the stupid super action, which is the only parts of Resident Evil 4 that I didn't like. I still think it's one of the best Resident Evil games, top notch. Like, it's easily in my... I would say top 3, maybe at least top 5, possibly top 3. I still love it. I got my issues with it because I prefer the horror within Resident Evil because that's what made the game great in the first place. But I hope they dial it down because it looks like with the show they are dialing it down. They're having a more serious approach to it. Like how with 8, which parts of 8 were kind of, I didn't really... I thought the boss fight with Heisenberg, I thought that was questionable because that was like some Michael Bay Transformers bullshit. But the Dimitrescu manor was really good. The dollhouse was really good. And then the I forgot the guy's name, Moreau, I think, like a little fish village. It kind of gave me Fish Village from Bloodborne vibes. That part was okay, but the factory or whatever, I fucking hated that section of the game, and I didn't give a fuck about Miranda. I think they mismarketed Dimitrescu because everybody assumed she was going to be the big villain, and honestly, she should have been because she was the only interesting one out of the four. I mean, Heisenberg was entertaining, but he wasn't all that interesting. And then the doll lady, she was okay. I thought the atmosphere she brought to the game was really great. And that baby was creepy as shit, but or whatever the fuck that stupid thing was supposed to be, that shit terrified the fuck out of me. I think that's it. No, wait, no. I think there's a little bit more. Isn't there?
If I could just forget what
Yeah, it's exactly the same shot that starts the fourth game where he's just sitting there pondering
happened that night,
while the two police guys are driving him.
even for a second.
Yeah, actually looks really good. Actually, she kind of looks a little bit like Sherry. Early on, am I? No, kinda. I might be thinking of the RE6 Sherry.
This time, it can be different. It has to.
Yeah, that's definitely the first house that he goes to. So we can confirm that Leon, of course, is going to be in it. Ada's in it. Ashley's in it. Luis Serra's in it. Sadler, Vitores. Of course, the Ganados are going to be in it. The Salamander looks like it's going to be in the game. I'm trying to think if there's any other bosses that I wouldn't particularly care if they omitted. Actually, no, I didn't really have a problem with any of RE4's bosses. Yeah, I actually enjoyed all of them, now that I think about it. Or if at least I didn't enjoy them, I didn't mind them. I guess Krauts is the only one I would have a complaint against because, the whole action thing. But even his boss fight wasn't that intrusive. I felt like the pacing from horror to action in it, I felt was... it worked, I guess. Like, I could get over it, my complaints about it, but I still would prefer if they don't do, the big machine gun or the minigun guys and the dudes with the electric batons and all that other crap. Like them wielding axes and chainsaws and shit. By all means, because that's some medieval shit right there. I mean, chainsaw's obviously not medieval, but that still terrifies the fuck out of you. Guy with a burlap sack over his head and running at you with a chainsaw. It's like, yeah, that's pretty goddamn scary. And I like the logo. I like this logo they've got going. And then the thing that I was going to ponder that I mentioned earlier was if they're going to do a RE5 remake. I really don't give a shit if they do or don't, because I mean, it's a good game. It's just not a good Resident Evil game. And then plays by all the gods. Just can we forget that RE6 ever existed? I mean, it's fun for all the wrong reasons, but my god, that game had no idea what the fuck it wanted to be. Like Capcom's just like, give everybody everything. It's like, oh, okay, because you got let's see, Leon's felt most like Resident Evil. Sherry and Jake's felt like Devil May Cry Light, and then Chris's was basically Call of Duty with zombies, which they have a mode with zombies, so it felt like a shittier version of that. 7, I just didn't like the first person thing, but I thought the game itself was fantastic. Resident Evil 8, like I said, first half really good, second half, eh. I could give or take the second half, and I thought Miranda was one of the most boring villains they ever made. She was like a really... Hell, she wasn't even in the game hardly. She was in like, what, 2, 3 scenes, maybe? Yeah, just like a fucking Dimitrescu, and Dimitrescu gets taken out like within like the first, I want to say, fourth of the game, and she felt more important to the story than fucking Miranda, even though everything revolved around Miranda trying to bring her child back. No, spoilers. But yeah, no, I was skeptical about the Resident Evil 4 remake because I'm like, they re-released it. It's like the Skyrim of Resident Evils. They've re-released it on every fucking platform under the sun. But they genuinely surprised me with this, or genuinely impressed me. They've given me optimism in how they're approaching it. Just do not dumb it down like Resident Evil 3. Don't do that shit ever again, because I really wanted to like Resident Evil 3, and it's not a bad game. It's by all means, it's like a 7 out of, it's maybe a 6.5 out of 10. Let's be honest here. It's a 6.5 out of 10. It's slightly above average. But it was too fucking short, and the last section of the game really fucking sucked the fun out of it. that last stand in the hospital lobby, the final tidbits with Jill, where you have the like enemy spam. I'm like, just what are you people doing? Like, I understand it has more action in it than the previous two, but like they should have done what they did in Resident Evil 2 and just make Nemesis more of a stalker. Like, you never know when he's gonna show up. Um, that I wish they would spent more time like in. Well, actually, no, they spent a good chunk of time in the city. Yeah, well, no, because once you get to the yeah, because once you get to the subway and whatnot, when when Mikhail pays the ultimate price and blows up the train, and Jill fights him, gets infected, and then we move over to Carlos at the police station. Yeah, then you just never visit the city again. You go from the police station to the hospital, and then that's it. Um, yeah, this okay. Went on a little bit longer than I wanted to. I'm just excited. I like to ramble, of course. So yeah, I am looking forward to this Resident Evil 4 remake, and I'm going to hop over to do some more Elden Ring, which I am on video 52 now. The recording that I'm about to will be episode 52, and I've got quite the backlog to work on because I just uploaded 25 today. So But I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'm gonna invest, or I'm not gonna invest. I'm gonna save up some money for it. Granted, it's still got a little less than a year to come about, but it's still gonna be here before we know it. I don't know if I'm gonna like let's play it or stream it like when it immediately comes out because I know everybody else is going to, and it's like I'm not gonna get any traffic. But yeah, I look forward to it. Anywho, folks, have a good one.